Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us, we'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Hugh, Carlos, Johnny, Marie, and I'm Lafayette. It's Friday, new episode. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Johnny is back after a week off. He had to get tested for something, so hopefully everything's fine. Did you take an IQ test? What kind of test was it?
I wasn't taking a test. You're starting rumors. Don't...
Yeah, a little pause there at the beginning. So it must have been tests for what do you call it? Autism?
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
Autism cares, people. Stand up to cancer and all that other
Looks
good
like
stuff.
we're getting canceled already.
All right. So Johnny is back, and Johnny, we told you last week, told us about watching a movie called Old Henry. Johnny, did you catch our reviews of Old Henry?
You know what? I did.
All right. So we want you to give us your review of Old Henry since you recommended the movie and told us lies.
Well, let's do a little recap, shall we?
Okay, you go for it.
First of all, how is everybody? Hugh,
Oh,
how was
God damn
life
it.
in Florida?
It's hot, but it's awesome. And Johnny, I loved O. Henry.
That's a way to start this one. Marie, what did you think of the movie?
It was great.
Shut the fuck up, Marie. God damn it. Did you miss me?
Yeah, just like my cats miss their fleas.
Oh, wow. I doubt that. I bet your cats would rather have the fleas than whatever you have. Carlos, what's new with you?
Me. They love me.
Carlos, what's new with you?
My son turned 3 yesterday.
Oh my
shit.
God.
And over the weekend, my exclusive cover came out for a comic book. So that's all good stuff too. It will be available at the Ontario Comic-Con Revolution in May.
Why don't you elaborate on what you mean? Like your cover for what comic? When did you do this?
There's an artist by the name of Marat Michaels. He does a comic book that's called Do You Poo? It's all Winnie the Pooh. It's basically Winnie the Pooh, and then he kills all these other characters that look like...
Wait, so Winnie the Pooh kills all these people?
Yeah, so Winnie the Pooh kills basically the Marvelverse, or a bunch of characters, just parody characters dressed as Pooh-verse characters. And he goes and kills them all because he's dressed like Deadpool, so he goes and kills them all. And it's called Do You Pooh? And the very last person he kills is Wolverine. But anyway, there are several covers to this collectible. And so every cover is just a new one to collect. And so I have one that's going to be available at Comic-Con Revolution. And I know the listeners can't see it, but that's it there.
Okay, so that's what that is.
awesome.
I've seen that before.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so available in May. So if you're in the Ontario or LA area, stop on by. Get yourself a copy.
Nice.
I
You know,
think
before
got that
we
out of the
go
way.
on to
My
the
God.
review, Lafayette, I have a joke for you.
Oh, here we go. I'm ready. I love jokes.
What did Chris Rock find on his face Saturday morning?
Oh, he found Fresh Prince.
All
Let's
right.
try, loser. I read the internet too.
Well, when I saw it, it was on a TikTok, and the guy had a really thick Indian accent, so it was even funnier.
Oh, yeah. The one I saw was a meme that just said, when the police try to get evidence off his face, they found Fresh Prince.
That's
And I was
not
like,
bad
yeah,
either.
that's a good
Oh,
one.
that's a good delivery.
one.
Okay.
But
I'm a week
yeah,
too late.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a week too late. You guys
You are a week
covered
too
it
late.
pretty
We
thoroughly.
talked about it. We can get your thoughts on it. But first, you tell us about Old Henry, the Western starring Tim Blake Nelson. All right, Johnny, your take on Old Henry, the Western that you hyped up and said it was on par with Tombstone.
I think it's right up there, honestly. I mean, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I'm hearing some feedback. Do you hear that, or is that just me?
Anyway,
Interesting.
Johnny, while he goes fixing his issue, Marie, what have you learned from YouTube this week? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Marie does not know what she did yesterday. You're asking her for the
No,
whole week.
She had some crazy conspiracy thing or wacky.
Oh, I watched
Wacky.
that. I watched a whole series of conspiracies that are on the internet, and yeah, something about there was I don't know because it was just crazy, and it had something to do with. So the Russians are trying to harbor rabies zombie virus so that if something happens and they can let it loose, kind of like any movie that we've ever seen, like 12 Monkeys or something, and it has something to do with water.
I
Like,
quote from
water
Marie,
repellent.
from Marie herself. Oh, I saw something about that on YouTube.
That's
Something,
literally what I just said.
a conspiracy about Russian have a secret war tactic because they want to release a bunch of rabies zombies and water something.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
No, zombies aren't real and can never be real.
But what I'm saying is that they're trying to figure out like how to use the rabies virus so that if there's like a World War III, or if they need to, they can use it as a weapon.
And then people can just get vaccinated for the rabies virus.
It's uncurable.
You know, there's
It's
a cure for
uncurable.
rabies.
Wait, I'm
right?
very confused
there's
though.
not.
Oh, it's uncurable.
I'm very
Rabies is
confused.
uncurable?
Rabies number
Yeah.
one.
There's no.
Wow.
Rabies wouldn't. What would it do to people?
This is the first that I'm hearing that it's uncurable.
It's like Mad Dog. It makes you like whoa. It makes you turn into a zombie. It's really fucking scary.
Wow, I can't. You need to get off of there.
Well,
Wow.
I mean,
Okay,
well,
or you
I know
can
what you
Google
guys
it.
are doing, and I completely agree. There is a certain point to where you get rabies. If you get past that certain clock point, you're dead. No
But do you
cure.
freak out like Old Yeller, like Marie was doing?
Just think
Mad
about-
Dog,
just
Mad
think
Dog.
about- Just think about
Right.
tweakers. I mean, I deal with tweakers all the time, and they're very zombie-ish. They're very focused. So my thing is, you just get some shiny shit, and then you'll be fine against the zombies. They're zombie tweakers,
They're like
All right.
squirrels.
Well,
You just chuck something shiny the other way and they'll go chase it.
100%.
But
Right
okay,
back-
there's something in the
I like it.
conspiracy about water, like hydrophobia. It's like they are allergic to water or something like that. There's something that has to do with water.
Who's
in the
allergic to
conspiracy.
water?
Listen,
Zombies?
listen, Lafayette.
My
Shut up for a
God,
second.
This is wild.
The rabies people who have rabies are
Uh-huh.
don't like something water. Like they don't like water. or
I like
something.
how
Something-
Is that
something-
official?
something.
Is that
Water.
official?
Fill in the blank.
Something water.
No, like I think
Something
rabies.
air.
I think in real life, if people
Uh-huh.
who have rabies aren't able to drink water or something like that. So
Oh, it's a fear of water.
yeah.
This was on the episode of The Office. So
I don't remember
this
what
is
the
this is
name
where I
is.
knew it.
You tell me the person that put this on YouTube watched The Office and made a
I
conspiracy
think
theory.
you saw season 4, episode 1 of The
Oh
Office.
my goodness.
They had a whole
I
list
mean,
of like
Was the author of the video
conspiracies.
in it Michael something?
You know,
Miss
Actually-
Scott.
I typed
Michael
in
Scott.
to Google, okay? I type in Russian zombie rabies conspiracy. All right. And what pops up is from 2010.
Oh, they've been working on it for quite some time then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
since like the Cold War, bro.
The Cold War.
2010.
2010.
You know when the Cold
bro.
War was?
No, but they've been working on it since the Cold War. God, you guys take everything so technically. Like, oh, every little fucking thing I say, it's like you gotta like just dissect it into a million pieces any way you can.
No, we're
Marie,
trying
You
to
gotta
do it.
start by
We're
not
try-
saying wrong shit. And
Yeah,
then
we're trying to
everything
make
will be
it-
fine.
Saying
We're
the wrong shit. You're
we're
just
trying-
reading into it
All
too
you
much.
said was something zombie something
You
water
didn't really give us
something.
no. What we're
But
trying
I
to
just said they've
do-
been doing it since
Cold
the
War,
Well, I wasn't wrong
babushkas.
about that.
What do you mean? What's wrong with it?
We're trying to
I
make
didn't
it
say
so you
anything wrong
don't
with
believe
that.
I was
everything
listening
you
to the
see.
podcast
I
last
don't
week.
believe it. I don't
And-
believe it. I just said I
Good
saw
luck,
it.
Johnny. Good luck.
You guys are taking
When I was
it-
listening to the podcast last week, Marie, when you would say things, it made me want to drive my car into a wall.
Good. I hope you do.
Oh,
Conspiracy.
you're mad at me because you're saying
octaves
dumb
You're
of
the
your
one. You're the
voice.
one that's affected by it.
That's right.
I don't know. You're making me a
The
very
octave's a little
water
tricky right
phobia zombie person.
Make Chinese want to crash into walls.
Yeah,
It's like he's Vietnamese, so
yeah. That's
So-
what even makes this
that makes
disease
it even
more
crazier.
worse.
Because if the Russians hear this and get the same octave as their voice, China's fucked. Anyway, Johnny, review Old Henry.
I was just gonna say, I still want to hear Johnny's review of Old Henry.
Yeah, Johnny, something old Henry.
I think
Go.
Johnny's trying to
Something
avoid it
I-
because he's like, damn it, I built this movie up so much and it was just a generic plot. that
Right.
gave
He
us
was
a
like, wait
twist.
a second. I want to talk to everyone and see how they're doing.
Yeah, you see how he's trying to avoid it? Yeah, he's trying to. He's the Joe
Wow.
Biden of the podcast. Ask a question.
Johnny,
he
I
goes another way.
appreciate you asking how we're doing. I haven't seen you in a week, so thank you.
Right.
It's only been a week.
If he
Didn't
would have
you
been
guys-
like,
Thank
shut
you.
the fuck up, you wouldn't appreciate
That's
it.
true because
Well,
he
he
did
never
that
tells me
one
to
of-
shut the fuck up because usually I
But
don't
he-
say nonsense like something
Yeah.
water, something
Yeah,
something.
why don't I tell
zombie.
you to shut the fuck up, Carlos?
Hey,
Don't
you
make me
were
want
able
to
to
drive
Google
myself
it.
into a wall.
You were able to Google it.
I did Google it because
Something,
You can Google-
something.
you can literally
Something,
Google
something.
anything.
I've never
something
thought
will
about
show
that
up.
point, Marie. Very good. I
That's
apologize.
a good thing for people to use in college as answers.
Something, something.
Yeah, just something, and then put whatever they're talking about as a third word, and boom.
Here's your
So,
degree.
Here's your degree. Most people get degrees that way.
Ellipsis.
What's your degree in? Something,
Something
binary,
science.
something.
Yeah. Something mathematics.
Hey man, C's get degrees. Leave it alone.
Yeah. C's get degrees.
And
and
make you
that's why
president.
they
So Old Henry.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great movie. Now you guys were talking and comparing it to Unforgiven. Now the thing about Unforgiven is it's Clint Eastwood. He's the same character in all the movies, and I'm not saying it's a bad character, but he's the same character in Gran Torino. He's the same character in the latest one, Cry Macho. Just a old tough guy. So if at the end of Unforgiven he says, "I'm Billy the Kid," or there's a rumor that he's Billy the Kid, you wouldn't really believe it, right? So they said he's a generic villain from the past, and he did all these certain things, but the legend is something that nobody knows about. Everybody knows about Billy the Kid, or has heard about it, or heard the reference or before. And this is the first movie that I can remember where it's Billy the Kid as an old person, like he actually survived the assassination.
not
and
true. Not Young
he's-
Guns too.
no,
Mhm.
but it's not. Young Guns 2 is Billy the Kid supposedly talking about himself and doing an interview for a reporter or something like that. But it's not him fucking busting heads and shooting people from a good distance and putting axes in throats. Like this is Billy the Kid with all this regret of the bad things he's done in the past. He found love. He got a family. Lost his wife. Now his some people brought the worst out of him, and I thought it was fucking badass. I would say you're right in that the reveal of Billy the Kid, gave it an extra point for me, but it was already high to begin with. Great movie. I give it a 4, maybe 4.5, depending on who I'm watching the movie with.
God damn,
Well,
these people are
Oh.
stupid.
Did you listen to
High
our
marks,
reviews?
man.
Who else
I
gave
did.
it who gave it a 4?
Well, probably the best reviewer of all of us, and that's Hugh.
Good lord. A
He
four
said
and a
it's
half.
it's
He
it's
said a
right up there.
four and a half.
It's better
It
than
is
the
a
game.
generic movie.
is.
Yeah, he did say
Better
that.
than the game, baby.
Bit
It's
of
a
a surprise.
generic plot, and you can
I-
make a generic plot good. The Billy the Kid thing is the only thing that made you go, "Oh, this movie's so much better now."
Can
And
I
then, like I
just-
said, when he died, you
the
didn't
action
care. You're
wasn't
like,
good.
Let me just add one thing. Can I just add? And
Yeah.
it's just the one thing. I completely agree with Johnny. The action sequence was like, yeah, kick the shit out of those people. No, I just loved it. It was like such a great reveal. Like, and I loved his brother-in-law saying, "You're in for a world of shit."
Yeah.
whatever he said, it was like great. It was great.
Yeah, like when I was thinking about Unforgiven, I liked it. I like Morgan Freeman, the young guy who like couldn't see, who wanted to be a gunfighter or whatever. He was okay. I mean,
He was all right.
It was a deeper movie. Made you think more. This one was just. I mean, a majority of it is just building up and building up and building up, and then The action sequence was great. When it goes into, oh wait, this is Billy the Kid, it immediately goes into like him just being a badass. But throughout the movie that he's some sort of outlaw, some sort of checkered past.
Yes.
But you don't know until the reveal, and then he just wrecks shop. It's awesome. Love the movie.
And so the only thing I'm going to say that the comparison for me between those two movies is that at the end, typically you're rooting for the bad guy who's killed women and children in Unforgiven. You're like, okay, you need to die. And instead, I'm at the end of that movie with Clint Eastwood. I'm like, yeah, kill women and children, because you're rooting for him. And in the same way, you're rooting for this guy, even though he's probably done some bad shit in his life as Billy the Kid. You're still rooting for him because the other guys are even worse, and he has a moral compass and he learned from his mistakes, kind of the same way that the Eastwood character did in Unforgiven. He wasn't the same asshole that he had been when he was young. He clearly learned and moved forward and progressed and had also found love and had to bury his wife. So I think that's the similarity between those two movies is that both of those guys on paper, you'd be like, no, fuck these guys. They're not good human beings, but they obviously progressed, learned, rehabilitated themselves. And so you did root for them.
So Lafayette,
when he died,
you're
who cared?
wrong. What?
When he died, who cared?
When
And then he only
the
left his
kid
son.
died,
The movie
who
ended.
cared? Is that what you're saying?
It was just his son. That's it. Like what a horrible movie led to just his son being by himself now with nothing, walking into the field of the
Got
horse.
a bag of
and I'm
money,
like,
man. In those days, he's a millionaire.
Yeah, he does have the bag of money, but he does not have any life skills. Like he doesn't know how to shoot. His dad never taught him. All he knows how to do is work, and
his father was horrible. He was a bad
hard
dad.
worker.
He's a
Man,
murderer.
his dad was trying to protect him because it's the only thing he had left.
Yeah.
The only thing he had left was his son, so he wanted to protect
3
him.
out of
Because he already
5
lost
at
his
best.
mother.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
I
just remembering that
understand
movie
Lafayette
where the
has no
guy's like held
emotion
up.
or empathy
The
for
guy that's
anything
held
in
up in the
life,
police station.
but the
And,
bottle of piss that he pours
I'll
himself.
protect the guy held up in the police station. I'll protect the guy held up in the house. Oh, I'll protect the bad guy held up in the bank because there's badder guys outside. Like, who are you though? I'm not gonna tell you till the end, but I'm Batman. Oh, generic plot, but hey, Bill the Kid's here. We're cool. The action was cool. If that's all the buildup was for, really. I mean, but anyway, I gave it a 3 out of 5. I think Carlos gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, well, when you give me a review, it's a review of an asshole, right?
Oh, it's a review of a realist because
a person who
held it
like
up to
says some really
Tombstone.
bad shit, and
Like you held it up to Tombstone.
You're very
and you
offensive
just set
at times. So like
president.
So it's
Anyway,
a
long
review of an
story
asshole.
short, I give you reviews of a person that doesn't go, "Oh my god, that was amazing! I just saw the greatest western of all time." But even though it's a lot like these other movies, but hey, you know what? They told me Bill the Kid is alive, and I'm gonna
Turning
take
Red is
twins.
about periods. That's
You're a
all it is. It's
loser.
just fucking maxi pads and periods.
You're a
I'm an
loser.
asshole. There's my review.
It's just so
Next.
sad. Like
You're
this
like
is so
a fucking
sad.
Harbaugh or
Lafayette,
one of those
look,
fucking shows. Oh god
Lafayette-
damn it! This is what you invested, you stupid fucks.
Yeah, you got the problem again. You set the bar too high, so I was watching it going, "Oh,
I
this
said
is
it was
good."
right up there. Did it? I mean,
it wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, you set the bar so high. I'm like, Tombstone.
But here's the problem, Johnny. Lafayette said you set the bar so high that he has to not rain on your parade, shit on your parade to bring you back down.
that was one
He
of the
didn't
things
make the
too.
movie. He
I
just
know,
set the
but
bar
he was
too high.
excited for the
said it-
movie. He
You
liked the
said
movie.
It's like
Lafayette said
telling me,
like I would have given it a 3.5 had Johnny not said it's right up there, or
no, I
it was
still would
a
have
great
given it a
movie.
3. Still
No,
would be a
well,
3.
I'm just going off of your
Yeah,
review
because
from last
like I
week.
said, the movie is the only saving grace is Billy the Kid's the twist. If that wasn't the twist, it's okay. It's an average western, but the twist just made it go, oh, that's interesting. It's Billy the Kid.
Bring your
Besides
umbrella, Johnny. It's raining
Tombstone,
shit.
yeah. Besides Tombstone and Unforgiven, what are a couple of better western movies for
The harder
you?
they fall.
Well, not better.
I really like
Not
that
better, not better, but
Was
up
it
there.
better than the Heart of
High
the Fall?
Noon.
Pale Rider.
High Noon. Have you seen that one, Marie?
Yes, that's what I said. I guess I didn't say it, but yes, I have.
Or are
Ooh,
you
High
just
Noon
saying
is
Western
good.
terms?
No,
like
High
No,
Noon is
I-
good.
Yeah, those two make sense. I'll just say them together.
Hailfire.
You're right. High Noon is a
What
better
in Wells
movie.
nations?
It's more. No. High Noon is a better movie.
I
Yeah.
like the one where Sylvester the cat.
Yeah. She's right. High Noon is a better movie.
Pale Rider.
You guys know what High Noon is, right? When she says High Noon.
I know what High Noon is, but I don't know if
310
it's
to
the
Yuma
same
remake.
thing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
310
310 to
Yuma's
Yuma was good. Yes, it was.
That's a good
Russell
movie.
Crowe. Russell Crowe. That was a good movie.
Christian
Yeah.
Bale.
Yeah.
That was a
What's
good
And
the
who was
other-
the what's his name was? Who was the guy that the gunfighter?
It's Ben Foster.
Yeah, Ben Foster.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Ben Foster.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. I mean, Django Unchained. It's a better movie.
That's a
Muppets
good
Go
movie.
West.
Muppets Go West.
Well, it's got the word West in
call.
it, so that's all right. That's cool.
But Django's a better movie. Yeah, Django's a better
I don't know
movie.
if it's a better movie. It's a good movie. That's
It's
for
okay. I
sure.
wouldn't say it's better.
No,
It's
it's
good.
better than
not
old
Is
bad.
Henry.
Django a Western?
Oh,
It is.
Yeah, it's a Western.
Jamie Foxx and
I mean, I've seen
Oh,
it.
What
but
about
I didn't-
the
I mean,
Hateful
True
Eight.
Grit.
Hateful
True
Eight?
Grit is Hateful Eight.
That's a
I
What
liked
about the
it.
one?
Hateful
where
Eight was
he-
good
In
too.
the Six, the Adam Sandler movie.
I'll punch you if I could
You
reach
know
through
what?
this. Oh man, I'd punch you.
I probably watched 30 minutes of it. Yeah.
do you know why? Do you
I
know
watched
what I
like
didn't
30
know?
seconds of it. It was horrible.
Do you know what I didn't know is? I mean, I did know this, but I finally had it confirmed. Pale Rider, he was a ghost. I didn't. He finally, in an interview, he said, "Yeah, I'm a ghost in that movie."
Ghost.
I don't know that movie.
Honestly, it's a great Eastwood movie. Another
There
great.
will be blood.
In
What
this-
is
in
the
this-
Not a
remake
Western?
with
No, not really.
Denzel?
Magnificent Seven.
That's it. I liked that one. It wasn't
Oh.
great, but I liked it. It was entertaining.
Wasn't that the
In
snow?
that movie, Denzel didn't get shot once, and he
As
he
it
had
should be.
unlimited number of rounds. Other than that, it was all right.
Any other westerns anybody else has?
With the
for this
Hateful
list?
Eight, would you consider that a western?
Oh yeah.
And for
Yeah.
Marie, it's called Shanghai Noon, not High.
No, it's called High Noon.
Who's in High Noon?
is
I
a
know of
totally different
Shanghai
movie.
Noon. Which is
Grace Kelly.
fantastic.
Not Grace Kelly. Grace.
Shanghai Noon is a better movie than Old Henry.
No.
Gary
Oh,
Cooper
yeah.
and Grace Kelly.
Oh, another western. I don't know if it's really a western. Is Maverick a western?
Is
I
that the
would say
card
so.
game one?
Yeah.
What
I
about
would say
Hang 'Em
so.
High? Another
Gary
Eastwood
Cooper,
movie.
High Noon.
I would say Maverick's a better one. I mean, there isn't a lot of westerns that stick out. Like when you made us watch a western, I was like, oh, a western. That's been a while since I've seen one.
What about
No.
that show on HBO? Is that a Western?
Yes, clearly.
100%. It is.
Something,
something,
yes.
something.
Uh-huh.
I know the
Ra-
one.
Rachel Evan Wood. That one.
Just name the actress. Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah.
You're
I
doing
know
good.
the.
You guys know everything. You guys
I
are
know the
smart. I
How-
know
how
you
about
figure
the
it
Quick
out.
and the Dead?
Quick and the Dead was good, pretty good. I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah,
With
yeah.
Oh, I did like that one.
what about High Plains Drifter? Another Eastwood movie, very good. High
You know,
Plains Drifter.
I've probably only seen 10 Eastwood movies, and
Well, Back to the
Maybe-
Future 3.
it is a western, and that's a good one.
Well, you should watch High Plains Drifter. It's in the same
Hmm.
vein
Westworld.
as
Oh, Westworld. Yes, that is a western. Yes.
I do love Westworld.
So the movie, though, it's a movie. Yeah.
And a show.
Well,
The
I know the
original-
show is really good. This first season of Westworld is phenomenal.
Do you remember the original Westworld?
Oh yeah, I
movie
saw it
with
as a kid. I was so confused. What was going on?
Yul Brynner and
With the robot faces.
Yeah, it was great. It was really great for its time. I thought.
Yeah.
Brenner's a
yeah,
hottie.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of westerns that are good. Is Old Henry a top 10 western that you've seen?
Yes.
For me, yeah, I think so.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
I think so.
Definitely.
I'll put it
Yeah,
number
because,
10.
only because I haven't seen that many westerns, but the ones that I've seen, I'd put Old Henry in the top 10.
and that's what I think. When I think that, I'm like, I can't name you a ton of westerns. I can name you ones that I thought were good. Or I think when I think westerns or movies that I've seen, you're trying to pick out the ones that you think are going to be good when you watch them. Not just go, unless you're a big fan of westerns in general, you just watch any damn thing. Like, not a good western is The Alamo. Not a good movie. Wyatt Earp, not a good movie. Not a horrible movie, but not a great movie. But yeah, good old westerns. Where you go, everybody?
Well, that's right. Which one was the one with Kurt Russell? The
It's
Wyatt
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Tombstone. Yes. Okay.
The
Yeah.
other one is Kevin Costner.
Yeah, the two.
Dances with
Kurt
Wolves.
Russell, and to think that movie, all the problems they had with that, he ended up directing when the original director dropped out, and that movie could have easily gone in the tank.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's our Western part of the show. Look at what you did.
And thank
brought
you,
the
asshole.
Western back
I
to
appreciate
life.
your words all the
Yes,
time.
yes,
As
I know.
hateful as they are.
Now, always remember, and I'm pretty sure Marie wants
Here
to
it
say
comes.
So, Marie, this one's for you. Shut the fuck up, Johnny. All right. We'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the
I
Podcast.
have
We'll be
never
right back.
said that, by the way.
It's
I've
okay.
never told anyone
Again,
to
that
shut
was
the fuck
for
up.
you because he said
Really?
it all the
You
time.
should do it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's awesome.
Johnny.
All right. We'll be right
Go ahead.
back after this.
What is up, everybody? I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
I'm Pete.
And we host Comic Book Club, a weekly live talk show and podcast about comic books, 7 p.m., Crowdcast and YouTube, as well as your regular podcast listening places, iTunes, Stitcher, etc. And every week, we bring on the absolute best guests from the world of comic book, right?
Bold
Comic
statement.
books, TV, film, we cover everything. You can come be part of the magic and lightly insult us throughout our recording, Tuesdays at 7, or just listen on your own time.
Yeah.
We also have comedians on there as well. It's a fun time.
Yes, thanks. It sounds like you're having fun, Pete. Pete actually is the guy who hosts our trivia where you can win a $25 gift card to Midtown Comics every single week. You can use it in the safety of your own home. Come check us out. We would love to chat with you about comic books, have a little fun, talk about some old 4-color funnies.
Ah, nice. Fresh ref to close it out.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Hugh, Johnny, Marie, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, download, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday, new episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast. What is your morning routine when you get up? What gets you up in the morning? Meaning, do you drink a coffee, energy drink? Do you not drink anything? Are you a breakfast person? Do you run around, exercise when you wake up? Do you go straight to the fridge? Do you, well, we're talking about things that get you up going.
That could get you going. That
It
starts
could
your
get you
metabolism.
going. It is true, but it doesn't get your
What'd
bones
you say?
moving.
Would you
I
say
was just saying,
If
she
it's
said
part of your
morning poop.
routine.
Go in the morning and
Oh.
go straight. Everybody goes to the restroom when they wake up. I mean, if you don't go to the restroom for something, then something's wrong and you need to get checked. But what is your morning routine energy wise, and how does your day start? Because I think Carlos brought this up due to drinking coffee. Carlos will lead us off. Carlos, when you wake up and you look in the mirror and go, that's what I got to live with, what do you do next?
Well, if we're going with morning wake me ups, I usually will stop at Starbucks and just pick something off the menu that I'm enjoying that month. So I usually switch it up. I don't keep it the same drink. And I don't add anything to it, just grab and go. And that's my wake me up. It doesn't really work. So it's always an energy drink during the day later on. But
So
right
if it
now it's
doesn't work,
coffee,
why do you keep doing
coffee
it?
mocha is what, because I enjoy the taste of it.
Yeah, I
And
think
I
that's
think if
what it
you-
is.
I mean, it probably doesn't work the way it used to, but if you didn't do your routine, I think you would definitely feel it. You'd feel sluggish in that
Probably.
first half.
Probably.
Okay, well, Carlos basically just does kind of what most Americans do: get a coffee in the morning, go to Starbucks and get a coffee. Doesn't seem to work, but he likes the taste.
Well, because a lot of people are addicted to what they get. So I mean,
It
I
is
switch
true.
it up because I used to drink caramel macchiato, but then I got too sweet. I didn't like it.
Hmm.
Then I went to
Wait, you
vanilla
used to drink that in the
latte.
morning?
I don't
Are you,
understand
are
the
you going
question.
for
I
caffeine?
don't understand
He's
the
stunned.
question.
He's stunned. He's stunned by the question.
Like,
Why
you
would I
drink a
not
co-
drink that in the morning?
You drink it with your mouth?
Because
no.
because that's like that's super sweet. Like it's like it's not a coffee so much. It's just you might as well drink a
Oh my
milkshake.
God. No, you're right. It's an espresso drink.
But it
Thank
doesn't.
you. You're
it-
right.
but it's so yeah, that's such a.
I
mean, it doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't work for you.
Drink that within the 24 hours.
Yeah, you're an idiot,
In the morning?
Johnny. Old
I
Henry's
can't get over
crap.
the Johnny question.
Um,
you drink you drink that with your mouth.
But yeah, so
And
it
then
doesn't
from
work.
That, from
And-
that, I went to a flat white that I didn't like
Oh
taste
my
that
God.
anymore. And then
Oh,
but every once in a
shit.
while, I do a doppio, which is just
I
a
don't-
double shot
What the hell's a
espresso.
doppio?
I just told you what it is.
With your mouth?
Yeah, with your mouth. You just shove it up your ass.
You drink that in the morning?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh.
That's a horrible to get up and drink that many calories too. You know what you should do when you wake up is go for a 20-minute walk. It'll boost your metabolism.
Dr.
Haven't
Lafayette.
heard well.
Not a doctor. A doctor doesn't tell you that.
Yes, he does.
If you go for a walk on an empty stomach, you will boost your metabolism. But Johnny, when you wake up in the morning and you say hi to the prisoners and you're like, I need a boost, what gets you going?
Get your dick out that guy.
That could do it. That could do it. But do you say it right away or do you wait a couple of minutes?
Hey man, you want to wrap it up? You want to wrap that shit up?
Well, how do
What-
I
what-
answer
what's your
this?
morning?
Why do you
What's
have
your
your hand
morning
over his
routine?
mouth? Why is your hand over his mouth?
Well, is it worth saying what I want to say, or? And then I'm thinking like, what other jobs can I work when I get fired? And like
Yeah.
one person turns my ass in. So I'm not gonna
I mean, are
answer
you a
the
breakfast
the
person?
butt stuff, but I would. No, I mean I'm not really a breakfast guy, but lately it's been I have a Nespresso machine, so I'll do 2 shots of that, heavy cream, and some sugar-free stuff, and that'll get me going.
Did you say espresso or the new Nespresso?
Nespresso,
Nespresso.
the
Okay.
George Clooney one.
You guys are fancy.
Oh,
you hear that, Hugh?
that's a George Clooney
Fancy.
machine, is it?
It is. He
Yeah.
did the
I
commercials.
was
for
not
it. That's
aware.
right.
Was not aware.
I'm sure he was intimately involved in the designing of
do.
that machine.
Those commercials. So basically, another coffee drinker in the morning. No breakfast though. No breakfast. Okay.
Rarely.
That's 0 for 2 on breakfast, and 2 and 0 for coffee. All right, Hugh. When you wake up in the morning
3-0.
and you're a coffee guy,
Oh
just
yeah.
a straight black.
Oh God, no. A
Mm.
Oh, you got to
five-
listen to this. Your teeth are gonna melt. Listen.
Well, it's a 5-shot venti
What
iced.
the fuck?
Wait, this is from Starbucks.
But
Your
yeah,
heart
this
is
is
gonna explode. Your teeth. Are
Yeah,
gonna melt.
right.
Listen to this.
That's what
shit.
he was
Listen to
saying.
this
Let me.
shit.
I'll answer the question after I get over my heart attack. Done. Okay. 5
And-
fucking shots.
five shots. Well, it's in a venti cup, so
You sound like a barista. Like, yeah, duh. It's
it's a iced Americano. Typically, I do Americanos if it were ever cold here, but it's never. So it's iced typically with 5 raw sugars and cream.
Okay. So a lot of you need a lot to get you going. It sounds like.
That doesn't really totally do it.
It doesn't
but
really
then
do
that's probably because I've gotten used to it. So
Does caffeine for anyone make you have to go to the restroom? Does it help you do that?
if you pair it with cigarettes, 100%.
You pair it with
I
cigarettes.
mean, that doesn't even
nicotine
make
and caffeine?
sense.
Yeah.
But okay.
I never
idea.
thought
My
of that.
buddy, we used to go out to breakfast. Then we go get a coffee, have a couple of cigarettes, and then the rush home was epic. Like, will I make it today? Will I Lafayette my
Oh,
car?
wow.
Like-
But is it? But is it the food, not the cigarette? Mixing food with coffee.
It's combination. I mean, they're all diuretics.
I mean, cigarettes will make you poop.
Yes.
You don't believe
I
me?
don't
Test
know,
it
I
out,
just don't.
motherfucker.
I don't know.
Test it out and be 20 miles away from a toilet and see what happens.
Well, I don't need it. I just Marie,
You
you're
can still
up.
use Target.
Yeah, Target. Thank you.
I wake up and I do not drink coffee. I do not drink caffeine drinks. What I take is a long-lasting Adderall. And then I am a zombie for about half an hour to an hour. I might go back to sleep. And then I wake up and I'm fine throughout the day. And that
But
is my
do you
morning
eat
routine.
between there?
No, I do intermittent fasting, so I eat around this time of the day.
It all sounds pretty sad, but that sounds good.
So
Well,
you
then
wake
what the
up
fuck do you do?
and then
You
you go
wake up and
go
pop an
take a nap?
Adderall and
And-
then take a nap. I wake up to go back to sleep.
Huh.
That's
What gets
pretty-
you going in the
Yeah.
morning?
I mean,
Nap.
it's just coffee. It's just more coffee.
A
And it doesn't
power
even
nap
get
really gets
going.
me going in the
You know?
morning.
I know,
Like,
power
yeah.
nap wakes me up. That's what it sounds like. You're basically a cat. That's it. You know, you get up just for what you need and go right back to sleep.
Pretty much.
That's
When
it,
I was
yeah.
working, I would on Mondays and Wednesdays we'd have meetings at 9:30 in the morning. So I'd wake up around 9:15, go to the meeting or do the Zoom meeting, and then go back to sleep. It was different when I worked in the office, though. When I worked in the office, I would wake up, get dressed, brush my teeth, and then just drive to work and hope and pray that I'm not late. And then I was late every day.
So your prayers didn't work. There we go.
Find another.
I like how you hope and
God.
prayed every day not to be late to work, and you were late every day to work.
Yeah, I'm still late to work.
Yeah,
And you work from home, which
I
doesn't
know. It's
make
kinda
any
crazy.
sense.
Absolutely crazy. It's that power nap after that.
Me too. I work from home as well.
Yeah. But you don't take power naps after taking.
Yeah. Are
prescription
you late
drugs.
for work, Q?
No,
When
no.
you go
Once,
home?
once
No,
the Adderall
well-
kicks in, I do not sleep for the rest of the day.
Sometimes I
Got
have
it.
to give my cat a nap, so he'll want to sleep in my lap. I'll have to go take a nap with him.
Okay.
Wait,
There we go.
Marie, you just said once I take the Adderall, I'm up all day, but you just
Once
said,
it kicks in,
oh,
Oh.
so it takes about a half hour or so to kick in because you go back to
half an
bed.
hour to an hour. Well, no, it's like I'll wake up because I wake up very often throughout the night. Like I got this watch so that I can track my sleeping habits, and I wake up a lot throughout the night. So at around like maybe 8-9 hours or whatever, I'll wake up. But then it's like the 15 minutes or half an hour before it kicks in, I feel like I get more tired. Like it makes me sleepy, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm awake. Let's get shit done.
What
I'm
is
curious
it a
about
Fitbit that you're
Yeah.
doing, or
It's
is
an
it
Apple Watch.
And what does
Okay.
it measure? What is it measuring? I'm curious about that.
It
Sleep
measures
patterns.
your sleep patterns, your regularity, like how long it takes you to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
how does it measure it? What is it using?
I don't think actually the watch even does that much. I think it's all mostly the iPhone. I think it's mostly the iPhone that does it. It tracks like if you're snoring, if you're talking.
Yeah, but you have to wear the watch to do all that, right?
not necessarily. You can have your phone right next to you.
Oh.
But I mean, is it
Huh.
measuring like your heart rate?
You got
to see
ripped
if you're
off.
like
Yes. That's the only thing that the watch does different than the phone.
it's
Okay.
measuring whether your heart rate is slowed down and comparing that to what sleep should be, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
I saw
when
this
you-
article about the Apple Watch, and it says that it really like if you use one of these like athletic like oh Siri, shut up. If you're using like if I were to go and hit soccer or outdoor walk and it's like, oh, it's gonna start tracking that. It doesn't really matter if you push the button or not, it's gonna track it regardless because it's all like motion detected and like has like sensors for your skin and your blood flow and blah 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 blah.
Oh wow. Okay.
There
when
go,
you looked
an
at the results,
advertisement.
were you like impressed?
Do you even
did it-
use your results?
Did it help, or did it give you any insight?
I've
or are you
only
looking
had
at it
it-
like what it says at noon or at midnight? I sucked a dick. I don't remember that shit. Like, when did the app tell me that?
You know, my
It
friend's
was right
wife
after Adderall.
actually.
What?
Yes. It's that
sorry.
30-minute Adderall window.
You hear this? Oh, this is just Maurice
Go ahead,
sitting there
Maurice.
trying
You
to
got
be
a story about your
serious.
friend. Go
and
ahead, go
this
ahead.
is just insulting.
My God.
Go ahead. Tell us about your watch experience and how long you've had it.
I've only had it for like 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do you think it's helping you in any way besides?
Not. It's only helping prove to my doctor that she should give me more sleeping medication.
Do you use
Okay.
one?
Well, there we go.
I can. Do you use one? Because I can recommend one.
Do I use one what?
A sleeping
Sleep
medication.
Oh, I'm on like 4 or 5 sleeping medications.
What do you
Mm.
use? Tell me what you use.
Adderall.
No.
Put you to sleep for half an hour.
No. Do you use Zolpidem, which is like the
Yes.
yeah, Zolpidem's great. I think.
No, it only kind of works for like a few hours and then I wake up.
Really?
So
Yes.
that's the
Like,
next
I need
topic.
like I
What
need
do you do
hardcore
to
shit.
go to
I
sleep?
guess you do.
I don't know,
need a
ZQL
wake up
works pretty
routine and a
good.
go to sleep.
Okay, we're gonna wake
routine.
up. The wake up routine. So my wake up routine. Oh, actually, now that we're talking about it, I take this stuff called Pramipexole. It's for Parkinson's disease, and but it does help you sleep, and it's supposed to help restless leg syndrome. I also take gabapentin, and that's
Oh,
like
yeah,
2 or 3 hours
gabapentin,
before I go
yeah.
to sleep. Then when I go to sleep, I take a Lunesta and like a little piece of Seroquel, and then I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll take an Ambien.
That's unbelievable. I mean,
But-
because Ambien,
But you're
Ambien,
still alive. It is unbelievable.
You're supposed to be 8 hours. That's what you're supposed to be.
I mean, not
it's
really.
Like,
I
well, you're
mean,
yes,
If-
you are.
You build a tolerance so fucking fast.
I think if you create a sleep pattern, like I want to do like 6 maybe.
I mean,
Six pills in
Zolpidem
6
has never
hours.
failed to work. I mean, I'm surprised. And I have the same
hours.
sleep. I have I don't sleep either. So I'm surprised.
How often do you take it, and how long do you take?
I don't take it because you know what happens? I'll take it like, let's say 2 or 3 days in a row. And then the 4th day, I can't sleep at all. So
yeah, I'm telling you, because you build a tolerance super fast to that shit. Like I have been taking sleeping medication for the last 3 years, and I have to change it like once or twice a month. And my doctor is like, "You're so complicated." I'm like, "Well, I have the watch now, and I'm showing you how often I wake up." Like I'm not lying.
You've only had it for 2 weeks. How in
But
these
it
2 weeks,
still
how many times you go
shows
to the
how
doctor?
I have. She gave me her phone number, and we text. We text.
You made it sound like I got my watch now. I'm telling you.
Once every few days.
This segment was brought to you by Pfizer and all the drugs they make.
I'm just surprised, man, because that's
a lot. Yeah, but you know,
Zolpidem
it's not uncommon.
I've taken like two once, and it was like stumbling around the room.
Are you an insomniac?
Yeah, super bad since I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
And I even saw a specialist, and he's like, "You're going to be dealing with it. You've been dealing with it your entire life. You're never going to stop dealing with it. Sorry, it's like one of the worst things you have. One of the worst things you can have is because there's really nothing to do." And I have when you said 20-minute walk to get your metabolism, my doctor, the sleep doctor, said go out and get a walk for 20 minutes, get in the sun, because the sun wakes you up. Like, I have watched so many TED Talks on sleep. I have sleep hygiene, all this shit. Like, oh my God, I'm an expert on this stuff. Like, I might watch YouTube and might not know what I'm talking about half the time, but I know what I'm talking about when it comes to sleep, and it fucking sucks.
So it's Nightmare on Elm Street. Is that a good movie for you?
That's funny. That's so funny.
You never get attacked. You can never fall asleep.
No, that's right.
Freddy's like, where is this bitch? Never sleeps.
But we went from morning routine to pills to never sleeps to Apple Watches.
But it's awesome, though. It's awesome.
And we came to find out that we were 3-0 with coffee, and then you showed up with pills. So
it's like,
what about you, Lafayette?
We didn't hear Lafayette.
I already said it, but then she kept rambling about drugs. It's
Drugs
no
are bad,
different.
okay?
It's just coffee with 2 creamers of hazelnut. That's all. Hazelnut creamer. That's it. And it's like Carlos. I don't drink it for a giddy up because I usually don't have that issue. I just drink it because I like the taste of coffee with my hazelnut creamer. That's it.
Because you probably sleep at night.
And I don't eat breakfast, and I just get up and go.
I do enjoy breakfast foods very, very, very much, but I will eat them at any time of the day.
I agree.
But see, that's
completely.
another topic. There's no
Bacon and
right
eggs
time
anytime.
to eat the food you like. Eat it when you like.
I agree.
Completely agree. Bacon and eggs any time of the day.
You like French toast at 8 p.m.? Knock yourself
Fuck yeah.
out.
Fuck yeah.
You know, leave some room for your metabolism to work a little bit, but have some fun.
Yeah.
You
Maybe don't pass out in the egg plate.
Yeah. But no, nothing too crazy with the more. The thing is, I get up and go for work, so I'm already on the go and so forth. So that's my walking around and blah 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 blah. I'm not in an office or anything like that.
How often do you drink the energy drinks that you're pawning off in America?
Every day.
How often?
But I drink like a third of it
day.
every day, though. No, it's like I sip it through the day. I can't down a can.
Because you get it for free, do you just like take a sip and just throw the rest away?
Yeah, no, I don't. But you're right; it is endless supply, so you also get sick of drinking it too. So.
I would actually agree with you in a way, Lafayette, that if you're working from home, if you're working from home, like both of Marie and I are doing for sure, it's if you're not walking. When I was working the delivery gig, it was much easier to just power down something later in the day, still be going. It was fine. But when in here, and sometimes it's like, okay, I'm just sitting in my chair. It's like harder.
I have lost all routine.
Right.
Routine. What is that? I have no idea.
Right. I mean,
the last 2 years, it's like
everyone has a morning routine. I mean, even Marie has a morning routine. It just sounds like it's drugs.
But I used to have a routine when I went into work, but now that I work from home, it's impossible. It's fucking impossible.
Well, you will eventually go back into work. So
apparently not.
How about when you, at the end of the day, when you power down, does everyone have a routine?
I do.
Okay, Marie's first. How many drugs is it?
I just told you it's like 500.
There we go.
So half an hour before I want to go to sleep, I take my medication, and then I'm watching YouTube, and then I go in, I put my pillows on the floor, and I lay down, and I go to sleep. and it's great. That's my
Yeah.
routine.
It
You
all
sleep on the
sounds like a
floor?
homeless person.
Oh, I take
Yeah.
a shower at night too. I take a
you're
shower about an
it's a
hour
night,
before I go
not
to
the
sleep.
morning. Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. So you
sleep on the
clean
floor.
sleep. Clean sleep.
No, I put my pillows on the floor. Like I have like 500 pillows and I put them on the
Oh.
floor, and then I have like one on the bed.
All right, there we go. Hugh, do you have the same routine or nothing consistent?
Nothing consistent.
Yeah.
No, it really varies night to night. Yeah, nothing
Okay,
consistent.
nothing. Carlos?
I don't really have a routine. Just before I stay up as long as I want, go to bed early if I want. I just brush my teeth, put my retainers in, go to bed.
You sound like a fucking rebel. Like,
Right?
I
You
ain't
sound
gonna
like a
Except for the
13-year-old.
part where he put his retainer in.
You sound like
My parents don't tell me what to do,
Yeah, he
but I
sounds
put
like
my
an
retainers in.
11-year-old. Yeah, in
You
fifth
hear that,
grade
Mom?
like brags. Oh, you do last night, Carlos? I did whatever I wanted.
Whatever the
dude.
fuck I want.
Yeah, retainers, whatever. Like, that's Johnny. You have a routine.
Well, my body clock is all messed up because I work great.
Oh, that's
so
true. You
on my
work
days off,
late,
I'm
yeah.
trying to adjust to normal people's schedule, and
So your routine is the same
it's
as
different all the time. But if I know like this is the time that I'm going to bed, then yeah, maybe a couple of routines. And if that doesn't work, little spanky, and then I'm out.
What is your schedule like? Is it
Wow.
like
Like,
three
next to the
12s and then
cell?
you go home?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Wait, 3/12s. Oh, good lord.
Well, yeah. It's 12-hour shifts, 3 on and then 3 off, and then 4 on, 4 off.
Ah, okay.
And every week it just changes up like that.
And it's always graveyard.
Yes.
That sucks.
Is that just completely ridiculous to get used to? I mean, people talk about it like it's just like I think of it as just another shift, but there's something to like sleeping when the sun is up, right?
On my days off, but before marriage and kids, it was like, all right, I'll just wake up at 2:00 and I'm going to go to the gym. And what I liked about that was, at 2:00 there's no lines for Costco, there's no lines for a grocery store, and things like that. So errands can get done. I can go to the gym when it's not crowded. And yeah, it was ideal. But now that I have schedules to abide by and other people's thoughts to consider, then yeah, it's a little tougher.
That sucks.
Yeah, no,
You have to think about other people.
I mean, I did graveyard. I did graveyard for 3
Not
years.
like these rebels that I'm sharing a podcast with.
And you do get.
That's right, man.
It's
tell
you
me
get
when to
used
go to bed.
it, man. You get used to working graveyard, and the bad part is when you do have days off, you don't want to go to sleep when you get home. You kind of want to. You try to power through it, and then you find yourself at like 4:00 going, "Oh my god, I gotta get some sleep."
When I work day shift, you're working 6 in the morning, 6 at night. The problem with that is you need to be in bed by 10, or the next day is really shitty for you.
Yeah,
And
but
so getting to bed by 10 was difficult for me.
Oh yeah, because think about it. You got off at 6. Doesn't mean you were home by 6.
Right.
And that you got no time to yourself. So when you got home, you didn't want to go to bed, right? So yeah, no, exactly. That's how it was when I worked graveyard. I was like, why don't I want to go to bed? And when I got off of my shift graveyard, I was always wide awake. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym right now, or I'm gonna go do this. And then, like I said, when 2:00 came, I was like, oh my god, I'm exhausted. And then I wake up at 9 to be at work at 11, going, I wasted my whole day, because you assume you had all day to do shit, and you had to sleep. But
you have to be at work at 11. Wouldn't you wake up at like 10:30?
you have to drive to work. You have to get ready.
You have to get ready for work.
Like, yeah, brush your teeth.
Do you think back in the year 2000 maybe, that they had, this is Zoom? We had to go to work into the place of work. We had to drive there, park, and it was for the state. So I had to go through security. And so I like the way you think, though. Just, you're working 11? Well, get up at 10:30, you get to go.
Oh, I know what she's.
I hope and pray I'm not late.
I know what she's talking about. I had a Zoom this morning at 10 o'clock. I get up at 9:45.
That's
No,
different,
even
though.
when
You
I
had a
was going
Zoom.
into the office,
I hate
I
all
had to
of
be at
you.
work at 9. I'd wake up at 8:30.
Well, Marie, that's probably why you were late all the time.
Oh,
And then
my
you were
God.
praying to every god.
Right.
Like
Right.
Dear God,
understood
make
it.
me
Only
was
like
go
5
slower
minutes.
today.
Only like 5 minutes.
But I understand if you worked at like the coffee shop across the street from your apartment and you just walked there. But I mean,
I'd be even more late if I knew it would only take me a minute to walk there.
oh, good heavens. Good.
Shift is at 10. I'm up at 9:59.
Yeah.
Don't mention
yeah,
this
yeah,
during
yeah.
interviews, okay?
All right. Well, let's take a break here on Nerds Talking the podcast. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, you. Let me ask you something. Why haven't you subscribed to Class Horrorcast yet? Huh? Do you think I'm not gonna notice? Well, I see everything. And I see you wetting your pants right now. The question isn't should you subscribe to Class Horrorcast or not. The question is, did I just subscribe you? Now enjoy the show. I'll be watching.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the podcast. Here with Marie, Johnny, Hugh, and Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. What are some of your favorite cover songs and parody songs? And Marie, before the show, told us what a parody was, and it was incorrect.
I did
And
not
she said, "Don't
say
blame me,
what a parody
the
was. I
interwebs."
said that no, listen, I did not say a parody is this is the definition. I said that Flight of the Conchords is listed as a parody on the internet. I did not define anything except for Flight of the Conchords is parody music according to the internet.
And then I asked you what you thought a parody was, and you thought, well, what they
I
did
know you
was
didn't.
parody.
Hugh, did he ask me what I thought what a parody was?
No, he did not.
Yes. And
Shut-
you,
yes, shut up,
And
shut
you
up,
said,
Shut up.
"Oh,
Shut
is
the
it a
fuck up.
parody?"
It was good,
Shut the
huh,
fuck
Marie?
up.
It was good, huh?
Yeah, she doesn't know what a parody is.
contagious. That's
She has
contagious.
no clue what a parody is. But it's okay. What's your favorite cover song? And Hugh wants to go through cover bands, but cover bands are local typically. So nobody really knows a good cover band. There's no such thing as a cover band that's national. Well, I guess there's one. Those guys that do the Beatles, they do tour everywhere.
More than one.
Fab Four.
The Fab Four, yeah, they're really well known.
Yes.
We'll start with Marie. Marie, cover songs. What's your go-to? What's your favorite?
I don't know how old this. I think it's like a few years old. It's with Megan the Stallion and Stallion and Tyga, so it's not too old. But there's also a Too Short version of it. But the original version of it is from a group person DJ thing called Sexual Harassment. But it's I Need a Freak, and it's a great song. And Too Short's version of it is now on Spotify, and that's so fucking exciting. Because it was always on YouTube, and that was annoying. I hate this because I forgot about everything I wanted to say.
Okay. The fact that you told me Megan Thee Stallion and Tyga did a song.
Isn't it Tigger?
Can you know
Tyga.
Tyga.
Can you
Okay.
please tell me the name of the song?
I Need a Freak.
I Need a Freak. Now, is
that
it
a
an
cover
actual
song?
cover song? Because I don't think it's a cover. It just has the same
They use
name.
the same. No, they use the same melody. They use because Too Short. I thought about that earlier because Too Short has slightly different words, and
Okay,
they
let me
also have
explain to
slightly
you what a
different
cover song
words.
is. Can
But
I tell you
it's
what
the
a cover
same
song is?
chorus. It's the same. It's the same.
So they
hook,
sampled
same
it.
melody.
It's not a cover song. It's a sample. It's a difference. A cover song was when Carlos records a song, and 2 years later, I record the exact same song. Literally
don't
the
think
exact
so.
same.
No.
Yes, that's a cover song. You talk about a song that uses
That
samples
is
like
also a
P.
cover
Diddy.
song too, but
No,
those are
P.
also
Diddy-
cover songs.
No, P. Diddy is famous for sampling the shit out of 80s music,
But
and like David Bowie, and you can read, it's David Bowie.
But okay, so Tyga's and Megan Thee Stallion's might not be the same exact song, but Too Short's is until the very, very end.
So Too Short covered Tyga and
No. The original song is by a group called Sexual Harassment. It's I Need a Freak, and it's like from the 80s. And then Too Short did it too, but the very last chorus or verse of the song, instead of saying I need a freak, he says I need a bitch. But all the other words are the same.
That sounds like a lawsuit.
Just
Sounds
do me
like
a
a
favor,
lawsuit.
Marie. Do me a favor before we move on, or when we move on to Carlos. Go on the interwebs and then look up what a cover song is. That's not a cover song.
I need
Okay,
a
now
freak.
Carlos, cover songs.
don't have like a favorite cover song. I mean, I like the Weezer album where they did all cover songs. That was pretty good. I was a big fan of Weird Al Yankovic, all the parody songs that he did. As a matter of fact, I have tickets to his concert in September. So, but I don't really have a favorite cover song. I couldn't say, hey, it was a cover song. I like the original songs and the cover song. I guess, you know what? If I had to pick one, it would be La Bamba by Los Lobos. 'Cause I like that one better than the original.
It is a cover song. Yes.
It is
yes,
good.
It is a cover song.
It is good.
I mean, you busted out La Bamba.
Out a new song.
Just wait for to win La Bamba.
But
all right.
He's got one more on the board than I do because I don't have anything. I can't think of anything.
Well, I was going to say Mariah Carey's Fantasy, also not original, also a sample from an 80s song and not a cover song. But anyway, a Hugh cover song, one that maybe stands out.
Cover band. And I would argue that they're just as popular as the Fab Four. Brit Floyd, or the Australian version of the Pink Floyd cover band, who are are identical almost to Pink Floyd, if not exactly the same. And the Great Gig in the Sky is one of the great Brit Floyd versions of the exact same song of Pink Floyd's.
So
I think it's odd that cover bands that are still alive.
Brit Floyd.
Pink Floyd's still alive. What are you talking about?
I know, exactly. I find it weird that there are cover bands that cover bands.
Well, I know.
That still perform.
I know. And that's the weird thing about Brit Floyd is that
Floyd,
they sell out everywhere. I mean,
they're started in 2010. And I don't know, I think it's odd that a band makes a ton of money and thrives off doing nothing original.
I agree.
We're gonna basically use this other band's fame and popularity to live off of and never do anything on our own and forever do cover songs.
I agree with you 100%.
But
for me, that would not be satisfying, but they clearly are interested in the sold out crowds that are coming to see them.
What they're doing is they're getting the Pink Floyd fans because Pink Floyd doesn't tour.
No.
So you want to see them, right? You're gonna get Brit Floyd.
I mean, Pink Floyd will still go out once in a while by themselves. I mean, what's his name will go out and the other guy will go out. And
I like all the names you're dropping very well.
Well,
what's his name and the other
something will go out.
What are the two lead guys of Pink Floyd? I can't remember their name.
Smith.
Pink and Floyd.
It's not Roger Waters or whatever. It's that's the Who.
I'll find it. It is Roger Waters and David Gilmour.
Yeah, David Gilmour. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, those are Pink Floyd right there. That's basically Pink Floyd.
Those are the two guys that go out.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Okay, remember everyone, a parody is taking a song and changing the lyric to parody the song.
And how is Flight of the Conchords a parody?
It's not. I told you that.
Yeah, you're not.
Weird Al lives off of parodies. His whole life is parodies. Those are parodies.
Your face is a parody.
It doesn't make sense, but I like the way you're going.
Oh,
cover songs. I mean, Carlos pulled out Weezer, and they did Africa recently, and that was a huge hit for them. I like how Johnny's
gone to sleep.
Internet.
Johnny's gone to
sleep. Or he
sleep.
fell asleep. He took an Adderall or something. Ambien.
It's about to kick in.
We'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
Do you love 1980s pop culture and hate silence? Then you'll love 1980s Now. Each week, the 1980s Now podcast examines the importance of 1980s pop culture and its influence today. We speak with the 1980s icons we grew up loving, like Ernie Hudson, Taylor Dane, Elvira, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Dee Wallace, and Harold Faltermeyer. And every week, we discuss current news related to 1980s media. So if you love 1980s pop culture, you don't need to miss it. You can have your 1980s Now, because that's the name of our podcast, 1980s Now. You get it.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. Here, Marie, Hugh, Carlos, Johnny, and I'm Lafayette. As we stay on the topic of movies, we talked Western movies, and we kind of broke down your favorite Westerns. And what are your favorite sci-fi movies? What sci-fi movies do you love that you could watch over and over? Maybe you hate them. Maybe they're overrated. What sci-fi movies, such as Aliens? Do you like Aliens? Do you like the movie? I guess, would Star Wars count as sci-fi, or would it count as more fantasy?
You dumb?
Yes. So
what do you mean? Oh my God.
There's
Right.
so
Please,
many.
continue, please.
Right.
Continue.
Yeah, no, I already brought up Star Wars because I think it's overrated. That's all. What, Johnny? What are your
Slap
favorite
this
sci-fi
idiot.
movies? What movies do you? Is there a sci-fi movie you just love that you're a huge fan of? He's like, I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go with.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm gonna put the Marvel movies in there.
Good choice. Good choice.
I wouldn't.
You know,
qualify them
Guardians
as
of the
sci-fi.
Galaxy.
They are
And
science.
Their
fiction.
category is superhero, I guess.
There is no
I mean,
category
there's
of superhero.
science and there's,
Oh,
there's
they
fiction.
created the category of superhero movies. I don't know. I don't see those as sci. When I think sci-fi, I don't think space.
What is the definition of science fiction? Please give us the
Oh,
definition.
that's when you make fun of another
Supernatural
artist,
in
right?
general.
Yeah, that's when you parody movies.
That's when you take the sample of the
Yeah, you
movie.
take the sample of a
and then it
movie.
Just
Oh,
and
make
add
up the same
science
beats.
to it.
Here you guys go.
Yeah, I need a freak.
Except for Smockle needs to ask
That's my
if
favorite sci-fi song.
Star Wars is fantasy or sci-fi. Right.
No, but so sci-fi. Carlos, what's your favorite sci-fi movie or sci-fi? What's something you can
Several
always
favorite
watch?
sci-fi movies.
All right, go ahead. Give us a rundown.
The original Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Lazy answer.
I like the Fifth Element.
You know what? I'm gonna be a little controversial. I'm gonna throw that one in as one that I think is overrated.
Damn.
Which one? Fifth Element?
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce Willis has Parkinson's.
Get
You
out
do
of
that
here.
to him?
Get off.
No, he has alopecia. Which one does he have?
That's right. Yeah, he has Alzheimer's.
Alopecia.
Oh, geez.
Hugh, do you have any sci-fi movies that
Oh,
you
my
really
God.
liked growing up?
Oh wait, Predator. I like Predator.
Yeah, Predator was great.
Yeah.
Arrival, Inception, Interstellar.
Wait.
Ooh, Interstellar, really?
Inception is not a
I
sci-fi
did.
movie.
Ooh.
I did love Interstellar. Ex Machina. Did you ever
Wait,
see Ex
wait.
Machina?
I like that one. I like that one.
Wait, Interstellar. Is that the
You
latest?
can't
one
tell me
from-
that's not. No,
Nolan?
Interstellar is McConaughey.
No, that's the
film.
Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Oh, the bookcase.
The
Got it.
bookcase
I
is
was thinking of the
sand,
bookcase.
and then like he wakes
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
That movie
that
was
was
garbage.
terrible.
It was.
Ooh,
okay.
The Edge of Tomorrow. What do you think?
Edge
That's a good
of
one.
Edge of
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow was great.
Oh, that's a good
Dune was great.
one.
Dune was good. All right.
Dune
Yep.
is Dune is like
District 9, another great movie.
That was good. Good. You
What
need
else
to
is
quit,
Google
quit
telling you?
Googling this shit.
yeah, because you can see.
Well,
him
because
go,
I had to,
Jesus
I had
Christ.
to,
Right.
I had to remind myself of what I've seen.
Do
I
you
mean,
see
I
it
forgot about
remind
District
you?
9.
I've been Googling
I know
Google
you
have to
Googled just now
remind
too.
movies.
Top
for
10
last
safe
year,
sci-fi
and
movies.
all of a sudden
No.
this is the rule.
No, it
Okay,
was
do you
more to
guys have a
remind myself.
do you have a sci-fi movie that you watch that you've maybe seen recently that maybe is overrated or you thought it was good when you first watched it and you're like, why
Star
is it
Wars.
bad? Whoa,
Marie, you shut the fuck up.
Star Wars got the
Feels good,
thumbs
right?
down.
It does feel good.
Mine would be like Blade Runner. I don't think that's a good movie.
Ooh, that's overrated. That's overrated.
I liked it.
That's
I liked
overrated.
it. I
Yeah.
liked it.
Mm.
About Total Recall, that's overrated.
It is
I
overrated.
like
that
both
is true.
versions of it.
Yeah.
Ready
Total
for
Recall, the
Total
remake was
Recall?
garbage.
Or both or
I liked it.
Total Recall, the
Oh.
remake with Colin.
I have a good
What?
sci-fi
Which
movie.
one?
Minority
Total Recall.
Report.
I like Minority Report too.
That was a good.
No, it was all
as
right.
well.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a
What are you
good
talking about?
movie.
The remake of what?
Total Recall. You like that?
Oh no, I didn't. I know I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about Blade Runner.
Blade Runner's not a remake. The second one's a sequel.
Independence
I know.
Day.
2049.
Oh, Independence
Ooh,
Day.
yeah.
Which one? Which one?
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
It was
Independence Day.
Oh yeah, Forrest Gump.
Huh?
Good one.
Thanks, Johnny. You agree? Not sure how that guy got that far in life. Going to make that shit up. What's an overrated one you guys might have? Interstellar
I
is
like that one, too.
overrated. Interstellar is
I
a
like that one,
Nolan
too.
movie, right? Christopher Nolan.
Correct.
It is.
Is Christopher Nolan overrated?
Yes.
I think so too.
Not for me.
I don't think so. I just think he's made bad movies.
Did
that
anybody
people
see
praise him
Tenet
too much
and
for.
walk out of
For
it
all
going,
of
Yeah, Tenet
fuck
is
yourself.
science fiction.
I
No,
like
that's what I'm
Tenet
saying.
too.
Did you walk out of Tenet or watch it and go, no? What do you stop? Just stop
Nope.
already.
No.
No, with Tenet,
What about The
I
Matrix?
knew that I would never watch it again. One
Alright.
You
time,
saw
I'm
it?
not
I've
gonna
not
give it
seen
another.
it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give it another chance.
What was
It's-
his other one where you can get in people's dreams?
Inception.
Exactly.
Inception.
Inception. That's
Oh,
science
we're not talking
fiction.
about that guy.
His first movie was Memento.
That's a good
That was good.
Oh yeah, Memento.
good.
Yes. That's what got him the Batman gigs. Yes. Like I said, when I think science fiction, for some, because growing up as a kid, all science fiction was like space movies and shit like that. So I just think that type of stuff,
But is
The big-
Supernatural covered in that?
No,
Yes.
Like is
Supernatural.
Casper a sci-fi movie?
No, it's not. It's a family movie. It's a kids movie.
The definition of
are saying
science fiction. It's a genre of speculative fiction which typically deals with imaginative and futuristic concepts such as advanced science and technology, space exploration, time travel,
Oh.
parallel
Then,
universes, and extraterrestrial life.
then there's no supernatural. What he said. What are you talking boom for?
Because ghosts are from a different
Oh, you know what?
universe.
Just
parallel
Johnny,
universe.
you want to say anything?
Yeah,
gotta
but
get
science
creative with
fiction
it. Get
can
creative,
trace its
bro.
roots back
So what-
ancient
so what-
mythology.
Trying to stomp on my
tee you up.
art. You just
What
don't
am-
understand my art.
What about Contact?
Supernatural movies fall
Contact.
into horror and
No, they
thriller.
don't.
The Jodie
no,
Foster
science
one?
fiction
No.
also
Jodie
has
Foster,
related
yes.
fantasy, horror, and superhero fiction.
Where she travels in something to
No.
a different through a wormhole.
Where
I thought it
they,
was-
where
Jodie
they,
Foster?
Contact
they
was pretty good.
blow
That
up
was
the time machine, but then there was a
But
billionaire who
Contact
had another
falls
time
in-
machine that it's fine.
Yeah.
I was secretly building a
Yeah.
yeah.
It falls in the
Yes.
realm of
Oh,
know,
that's right.
futuristic space with science,
With ghosts.
yada yada. That's like saying, "Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street science fiction," because he's somewhat a ghost.
I mean,
No,
dreams are
well,
kind of
now
scientific.
it's got its own subgenre of horror for sure.
It is a horror movie. Anything with ghosts and
That was
so forth
Casper.
are
Casper's a
horror. You can say Casper's a horror movie. It's a ghost.
Science fiction. Because he had a machine in Casper to make him a human. That is fucking science fiction.
You know what? I can't anymore with
And
you.
then
No,
when
it's a
it turned him into an
parody.
egg, it turned him into an egg. And then she used it on her dad, and he didn't have any more of that vile stuff.
We're asking
anymore.
you about science fiction movies. and you
That
brought
is
up
science
song I've
fiction.
ever heard.
You can't get any more science fiction than that.
You can't get any more science fiction than Casper. You just said that. You can't get any more science fiction
No,
than
the
Casper.
part in the movie where
Oh,
he has
my
a vial of stuff
God.
to turn him from a ghost
I know what
back
part.
into
Yes,
a human.
I know. I get it.
That is
Relax.
science fiction.
Sorry that I asked. All right. Well, so nobody else has any science fiction movies or science fiction series that are overrated.
Probably, but we're not allowed to Google it anymore.
You can Google it. It's just that he was ringing him off like he was reading a list.
So I did the same thing for cover songs.
No.
You're like, no, you're not allowed to do that.
Making
Because we want to know your favorite cover song, not a list of cover songs.
Yeah, the idea is what you like. Is there a cover? We're not going back to that. I'm just
No,
saying.
no, please, God, no.
Same
Can
as
we do
sci-fi
science-
movies. What is
Science
your
fiction shows?
sure? As we wrap this up.
Let
Oh my
Sailor Moon.
god,
Okay,
no!
good
It's
for
an
you.
anime. I can't with you. You don't watch
All
that
anime
show.
science fiction?
You don't watch cartoons.
No,
going
it's
science
it's under a
fiction.
subgenre
I'm watching
of anime.
science fiction. No, I'm watching
sorry, I don't
anime.
fucking
YouTube is science fiction.
I mean, conspiracy theories.
No, that's not. My goodness.
You're just not very creative.
So
You're very
anyways-
stuck in this little box about, and it's very rigid.
Think
how
about
things
what you
should be.
just said. You said conspiracy theories are
Conspiracy
science
theor-
fiction.
Yeah, because they always contain like alien stuff or like God stuff or religious stuff. Like aliens built the pyramids and blah blah blah.
You know
Seven
what a
wonders of the
conspiracy
world and
is?
the moon is hollow and all of that.
It doesn't make it science fiction. It's not a story. It's not a novel. It's not.
It could be when they turn it into a movie. It's gonna be science fiction.
Wait,
You know what?
wait.
So,
Anyway.
anyways, Tron. Tron is
Tron, good
one of my
pull.
all-time favorite ones.
Now,
The
growing up.
original or
The-
the remake?
Original. The remake was all right, but visually it was stunning.
But when you watch the original, not that good.
Don't watch it today. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
your
what I'm
big
saying, that's
mistake.
what I'm
Don't watch
saying.
it today.
Well, right. That's like
back
the Last
then, it was-
Starfighter.
Oh no,
right,
I can
yeah.
watch that
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. Yeah, the Last Starfighter.
No, I still like
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
watch it,
yeah.
you're like, "Ooh, those are bad effects." But back
What's the
then,
oth-
you're like, "Ooh, those are great."
What
effects.
was the other movie with? Oh my god, the guy gets stuck on a planet with an alien.
Oh,
they become
Enemy Mine.
buddies. Enemy Mine. That's a good
Lewis
movie.
Gossett Jr. and
That was
Enemy
good.
Mine.
That was really
That's a-
good.
That's a good movie. Yeah, yeah.
Signs.
It threw me off when he had the baby. Like
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, yeah.
it was like
that's totally-
this is super weird.
yeah. That was weird. But science, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
80s. I don't know.
science
80s.
fiction.
Those
What
80s
about-
movies are just so good.
Is Dark City science fiction?
It's based on a comic, actually.
Dark City
Oh,
was
then it's
actually
not
very
based
good
on-
too.
on science fiction.
No, I don't. No, if it's based on a superhero, I'd kick rocks.
So
There
what
you go.
was
Well-
what was the sequel to Aliens? The eventual sequel to Aliens, where they go and try to discover.
Oh, Prometheus.
Yes,
Prequel. You
I
mean
lo-
prequel.
Yeah, I loved Prometheus.
Yes,
And-
very good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Michael Fassbender.
Yes,
Michael Fassbender.
Prometheus, I thought was great.
Yeah. Science fiction, baby. Science fiction. All right, well, that's it. Only one overrated movie came out of this, Blade Runner. So there you go. You suck.
Not
Rucker
in my
Hauer.
mind. Not in my
Go
mind.
to hell. That's it. That's all we got. We can't even recommend any sci-fi movies, apparently. Everybody has to recommend one that's not Star Wars. Hugh, recommend
Prometheus.
one Prometheus. Johnny, just one sci-fi movie. That is not Star Wars.
I think he's just very confused right now.
Which one?
Oh, I'm confused.
What movie did you say? What movie was it?
No, it was the cover song by Two Live Crew. It was
Oh,
the same
yes,
thing.
yes, I got you.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite sci-fi.
That's your favorite sci-fi
So
movie.
horny.
Okay. Carlos, one movie. Not Star
Predator.
Wars. Oh, RoboCop. But
Good too.
That's your recommendation, RoboCop?
no, I still go with Last Starfighter. I wish they remade that movie. It's such a good movie. I mean, that new movie, the Atom
especially
Project.
when you're watching it as a kid, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, if I get good at video games, I can
Yeah,
save
no
the world.
kidding. Yeah, yeah.
I can save the
Oh, it's
universe.
so cool. Yeah, it's such a good concept.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Remember when he like has the double robot and he's repairing his own head, and his brother wakes up and he freaks out. Oh, so
Yeah.
good. Watch the Last Star. They were supposed to remake that movie several times and just never got done. Disney was supposed to do it. Oh well, they should get on it. All right, Marie. Anything last before we go?
Yeah, according to the internet, popular sci-fi includes X-Men, Avengers, Deadpool, Spider-Man, all superhero movies.
Yeah, they don't count.
Thank you.
Don't
Thanks,
count as
Marie.
sci-fi. No.
Well, then The Matrix.
Ooh, yeah. There you go.
Matrix is
Sci-fi.
great
The
too.
And that's
original.
a good movie.
The original. But
Good
the
call,
sequels are all
Marie.
garbage.
Good call.
Did
Well,
you
she
really
said
like
The
the Matrix?
Matrix?
Yeah, the original one, yes.
Okay, good pull. As we leave the show, Marie wins. All right. Johnny, do me a favor.
You guys doubted
Just do me a
me.
favor, Johnny.
Shut the fuck up, Marie.
There we go. Thank you. All right, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in, Nurse Talking, the podcast. For Hugh,
Ciao.
for Johnny,
See you.
for Marie, for Carlos.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in, Nurse Talking, the podcast. I'm Lafayette. We'll see you next time here on Nurse Talking, the podcast.